Alright, everything's looking good. We're about to finish conquering Dresden and select our next mythic path. We do have a boss fight we have to backtrack for real quick. And one more boss fight, then we should be all set. Hey man, welcome to the stream. We need to backtrack before I do anything else.
Crave for adventure.
Oh, yes, what?
Smile,
This way.
the world's not ending just yet.
I am helpful, am I not? I'm prepared. I've finished here. Is there more?
Okay.
So many
I'll watch
thoughts,
your back.
so little time.
Well? You call? Anything new?
Tell me, and I'll do it.
So a few more buffs to make this fight a little easier.
I refuse to accept their statement. I'll remove this obstacle. You should have listened to reason.
Okay, so I actually stopped the ritual this time,
No
which
time for
means, I
debates.
mean, I got the achievement in my first run, but I don't think you get the achievement if you prevent the ritual and then wrap up the fight.
I'll cut you wide open.
So you have to actually wait for the demon to finish being summoned.
The spirits demand your blood.
Some of the equipment in the game can last you all game if it's something you really like.
Wherever my legs carry me.
And kind of, we actually prevented the actual secret fight. We took out the cultist beforehand. You have to let the cultist finish summoning the demon to get the achievement fight, but I've already done it, so not too worried about it. Yeah, one of the great things about Wrath of the Righteous is they added,
I hope you appreciate this.
what is it? Magical Vestment and Magic Weapon, and Greater Magic Weapon.
Forwards! No,
So
no,
if there's a piece of equipment you like, you can
backwards.
just keep casting that on that character and carry that piece of
No
equipment through the whole
secrets
game.
can escape my prying gaze.
Ooh, Reach Meta Magic would be useful for old... what's his face? Oh, he's kind of full on stuff, isn't he? That's fine. We can use it instead. Not the end of the world. Because, like, in my initial run, the armor that my main character currently has equipped now, we're only towards the end of Act 2. And I wore this, I want to say, through the whole game, my first run. Or at least close to. Because the bonus is really good for a mounted unit.
What's in wait for me there, I wonder?
So I thought there was a place to rest here, right? Yeah, I might actually just run back outside and rest. We have another boss fight. So this chainmail specifically is found in Act 2. It's just one of the locations on the map as you make your way towards Dresden. So at the bottom, it says the underground hideout. I don't know if you're here the stream where I fought the cave full of incubi. Also want to backtrack and make sure I pick up all this equipment so I can sell it. I don't remember if you can, once you leave, to select your mythic path. Yeah, that's something that I think Wrath of the Righteous did a good job with, so you don't immediately replace your weapons. You can hold on to them for as long as you want, and Pillars of Eternity did a good job with it as well.
Let's shake a leg.
Yeah, it's really, really good on a Cavalier. As long as the mount has outflank, but as long as they both have outflank, they proc that bonus. They should always be together anyway. Typically with Cavalier, you just want to stack as much damage as you can get, and there's a lot of items that add, or I guess equipment, that add a lot of little damage bonuses to charge attacks and being mounted. There's a spear in Act 1, there's the helmet, no, not the helmet, the gloves you get from the pre-order bonus, or not the pre-order bonus, one of the DLC packs comes with the gloves. So there's the spear, the gloves. I think there's armor in Act 1 as well, but it's not as good as the chainmail. So we don't need that. Bastard sword or comma. Pick. We'll keep Radiance, of course. Don't need, Solemn Hour we do need. Almost sold it. Don't need that or that. I was gonna use a Tower Shield this run, unfortunately, because I think Tower Shields are really cool. Also, unfortunately, you can't bash with the Tower Shield. So, another one of my builds won't work with it either. Yeah, I'm hoping getting the sword back to Erebeth after we take Dresden will make her less like that. Yeah, I tried an Eldritch Archer once before. I feel like they take a little while to come into their own. But I mean, worst case scenario, it's still an archer, so you can't really go wrong. There's a lot of really good bows in the game.
Be quick, else we miss all the fun.
Yeah, as soon as you hit level 4 for the Animal Companion, definitely up that intelligence so they can use teamwork feats.
At first I said, no, I can't. Too dangerous. Well, then I insisted, but I should. I need that to survive.
The only ones I ever
Then
really
I
grab,
argued that
unless
if
I
we
have
could
multiple
do it,
companions that
it's
use
so hard to
shields.
decide whether to have breakfast or
In that
not.
case, I will grab shield wall, but it's only outflank and shake it off. I rarely grab the other teamwork feats. The good news is the Cavalier, you don't need to grab other teamwork feats because they can just share them with the party.
No, backwards, backwards! Shall we move? We
Open
shall
your
move.
heart to me. Inimosi tradisi. Inimosi tradisi. Inimosi tradisi. Inimosi tradisi. Inimosi tradisi. Inimosi tradisi. Matricium turinum. Una alayanam. Una alayanam. Una alayanam. Inimosi tradisi. Una alayanam. Una alayanam. Lissano.
Are you ready to move out?
I know a lot of people don't like the whole buffing situation in this game, but I find it pretty satisfying to do. But I am only on my second playthrough, so we'll see how long that holds up.
Rules are made to be broken. Adayana.
You can wait till 8, that's also fine. Yeah, but remember that they do lose it. Take that equipment off. That's why I try to never do that as a temporary solution, because I know I'm going to forget.
What's on your mind? I wonder.
Trail me.
Alright, so this... Are we just making the symbols?
I refuse to accept their
I
statement.
will resist.
Where's he going? Get back here. What is this guy doing? So weird that he ran away like that. Oh, did I miss that in Act 2? Or did I buy it? I wonder if, Woljif has it.
I am helpful, am I not? I am helpful, am I not?
Yeah, you're pretty helpful.
What's in wait for me there, I wonder?
Alright. Let's quick save. Pause the game while we do this.
Your company.
Will prove my worth.
Oh, that's right. Moves all of them. Alright, so this one's lined up there. That one's actually solved. The rest of them are not. This one? There we go.
This way.
Are you getting experience for solving that puzzle? It's a little lame. It had the resist acid and cold damage, so it wasn't.
I hope you appreciate this.
Was actually concerned about the traps. Hey, we leveled up. That's exciting. Alright, so Slayer gets advanced talents. Fantastic. Athletics, mobility, trickery, perception, and persuasion. I was in the middle of leveling up my party, man. Okay.
I will see to your demise.
It seems they don't care.
Mind over muscle.
Is not an option. Surprise!
You are today's sacrifice.
Kneel before me. Precision and grace.
Okay, so I didn't get to choose an advanced rogue talent. Is that a bug? Or did am I not supposed to get that with this class? Because it's listed there like I should get it. I mean, it's fine if I'm not supposed to get it, but it says that I'm supposed to. So I never grabbed improved critical, did I? Oh, I did. Perfect. Oh, but on this feet line. It should still be fine. Oh, does it? Because it says... Oh, it does say after 10th level. Okay. I was getting excited. Never you mind me. Alright, trickery and perception. And what do we want here? That might be worth it. I mean, it lasts forever, so I don't have to worry about trying to maintain it. Well, it lasts until it's been triggered. I was gonna grab Chant so we can use Evil Eye more often. Now I'll probably get... maybe a secret next time. Alright, Regil gets... what does he get? Armor training. Super exciting. Alright, Nenio gets Scroll Mastery. Favorite enemy. What is their current favorite enemy? Demons of Magic. Okay, this shows some character growth. Look at her. Okay. I feel like we come across Demons of Slaughter more frequently, so let's go ahead and grab that. Guess Demons of Magic here. You know what? Let's go ahead and grab it here. I think that's fine. So spell resistance might be worth it here. Raise Dead is useful, but I can buy scrolls of Raise Dead, so that's not a big deal. Let's go and grab spell resist here.
I crave for adventure.
Alright, what do we have here? A better version of Animal Aspect. We also have this one. So let's go ahead and grab this. Means we don't need it. I never grabbed it elsewhere. Alright. Smart of me.
Go for their hearts!
Yeah, unfortunately there's no way to weapon
I
finesse
spy? What do I spy?
bows in this game.
I am
Wherever
helpful,
my
am I
legs
not?
carry me.
But dexterity is still important so you can hit. And whatever you say, Darren, just bring me some flowers later. But know that, Melly is our romance this time. Yep, that's the truth of it. Play how you want to play, and if it doesn't work out, you can always respec. Good old Trickster. The Trickster, nothing is set in stone because every stone can be smashed to pieces, if one is powerful enough. With every tweak and twist they make to the world, the Trickster shatters mundane understandings of reality, often simply for the fun of it. Alright, so I need to actually take a look at this real quick. Alright, so a bunch of sneak attacks, fantastic. So that'll make up for my lack of sneak attack dice for going Imitator. We can summon a Nixie Prankster. Sneaky Quack. Character's heal heals extra damage anytime or target be denied a dexterity bonus to armor class. Character flanks the target. This extra healing is 1d6 per die of your sneak attack. Additional healing is precision healing. Huh. Interesting. Okay. What do I want? I'm not deceiving him, I'm just stringing him along a little bit. I don't see why I wouldn't go Unrelenting Assault. So that's what we're gonna do. As long as you keep fighting, the power of your melee attacks keeps growing. Every turn you get +2 to damage rolls, up to a maximum of +10 that lasts until the end of combat. Alright, so Mythic Tricks. I think that's Perception that I want. That'll take me down the improved critical path. Let's look at it real quick. Yeah, so you automatically detect creatures who attempt to use stealth. You also notice more about yourself and your companions, allowing them, both them and you, from now on to take feats from a special Trickster list. Meta Magic, completely normal spell, improved critical, and stat focus. And I know the persuasion tree is also really fun, but I'm not going to persuasion build this time, so not going to take it. Inspirational leader is, I mean, I can see it being useful. I don't know if I have any builds planned that'll ever take it. So this might also be worth it. I don't know if I want to wait to get improved critical or not. But this sounds fun. How many mythic? I get one every level. Okay. So let's plan ahead. I think there's 3 ranks of each of these. I really only need 1 rank of perception, right? I don't remember. What does rank 2 do? Oh, rank 2 is the one that gives me the new feat. So yeah, I don't really want to put that off yet. But I'll get more bang for my buck if I... Yeah, that's already ridiculous. Oh, that's a tough call. So at rank 1, whenever you identify an item with an enhancement bonus, it's increased by 1. I mean, that's, well, the +2s to +3s, +3s to +4s. I assume +5s to +6s as well. I mean, that's really good. But I also want to get... I mean, I have other feats I can grab. So I don't need improved critical yet. So let's go with the Knowledge Arcana first. Yeah, they're just a Trickster thing. $25 BAB. Okay. Well, then I might max out Athletics 3rd then. Because I can max out 3 of them. Right? But I don't need more than 2 points into Perception. So that'll give me access to the feats that I want. So if I max out Knowledge Arcana, Athletics, 2 points of Perception, that gives me 2 ranks into something else. So let's do Knowledge Arcana now, because that's just going to empower all of our equipment that we find. I mean, I think it's hard not to take this at this level. So, alright, then here we want buffs for ourselves. We get 3. The Vanish. Yeah, let's grab these 3. Just self-buffs, I don't care about the rest of it. Yes, anything with an enhancement is my understanding. Yeah, I just want the feats. I didn't really plan this out that thoroughly. I'm just kind of winging it. I knew that perception is what I wanted for the feats. Because I am building a crit build. It's all going to be a whole bunch of attacks per round, a whole bunch of crits per round. That's the idea. It's a very deadly melee combatant. Yeah, I'm assuming it affects +5s as well. So +5s will become +6s. And that's at rank 1. Rank 2, you get extra effects on these items, which is even more absurd. And I assume rank 3, because it said rank 2 is minor effects, so I'm assuming rank 3 is major effects.
This crusade is growing more amusing by the minute. It seems that joining it was the right decision.
Yeah, I'm excited for my Azada run to actually finish the Azada run and pay more attention to the spells you can cast. Because I didn't really give them a lot of thought in my other run since I was more focused on melee. But my Scald run with the Azada will be fun. And actually utilizing the mythic powers a little more. Plus Azada has some absurd mythic powers, like the friendship one.
A mess of an army.
Oh, yes! Now that is how I like my crusades. As soon as this is over, I suggest we hold a feast, courtesy of my dearest cousin, to whom we shall most assuredly send a detailed report. I can take it upon myself to organize it.
What an interesting turn of events. Such intriguing power. Boy, if you should suddenly expire, I would be happy to dissect your remains.
Alright, so I'm curious what the Trickster's banner looks like. Okay. Yeah, so based on what I understand of every Mythic path, the Trickster path is canonically and also mechanically the most powerful of the Mythic paths. I like how my enlarged person remains in the cutscenes.
Milady, this creature
Hey, there's
is
this
about to
giant
die.
hiding behind the wagon.
Shouldn't you?
Behold, Irony. Behold the death I sow.
Fee-fi fo fum.
You see, Suture? Shouldn't has no place here. I've waited for a very long time, but now the hour has come to turn my ideas into reality. I still have things to do in Canopus, but you must leave. Go to the old laboratory. I have a special task for you.
The laboratory? I hate that foul place. But I dare not disobey you, milady.
Forgive me this little masquerade. I am a Rilu Vorlesh, also known as the Architect of the World Wound.
What are we meant to discuss with one of the key figures in our enemy's army, I wonder?
Oh, Lady Aurilu. I, Nenio, am your most devoted admirer. Your research is an invaluable contribution to the development of science on Galarion, and this experiment with a world wound is simply groundbreaking. May I please have your autograph?
You've handled the power of the Sword of Valor well. Such artifacts are almost like living creatures, and they react to their own kind, shall we say. The Sword of Valor once belonged to a mere mortal who became a goddess. It seems to see something kindred in you. Touching you has left the sword irreversibly changed. Now it is your banner, not Iomede's. Although perhaps it will still stop the demons from teleporting to the city as before. The Yoniel you freed from the dungeon was merely a mask. Sometimes I like to wear the guise of my fallen enemies, to study them from the inside. The real Yoniel has been gone for a long time, but unfortunately for her, not permanently. Her lot is far more frightening than the one I showed you. Perhaps you will learn the truth one day, but for now, it isn't necessary. Would you speak to me if I came to you in my true form? Well, this will never happen again. I no longer need to hide my face.
Wait a moment. You mean to say that on that terrible day in the square, our most honorable prelate, defender of the city against foes from within and without, stood shoulder to shoulder with Aurilu Vorlish herself, and he didn't suspect a thing? Forgive me, but it's just too sublime. Do great villains and deities often gad about in disguise like that? Perhaps we've all shaken the hand of a herald, maybe even Zon Kuthon's, and we didn't even know it.
Quite. If anyone had told the prelate the truth, I fear his poor heart wouldn't have withstood the shock.
I'm creating something. Building. Studying how the land lies. Laying the foundation. I am called the Architect for a reason. I'm not asking you to trust me. That would be unforgivably stupid. But I suggest, just suggest, that you search, analyze, think. What happened in old Sarkoris? What is the world wound? What is happening to you? Search for your answers. And for now, farewell.
No time for debates.
Prepare yourself! Desna, guide my hand! Make your peace.
Alright, let's finish these mythic rank ups. This is Camellia, so for her, we should probably do... Yeah, someone asked about Inspirational Leader. I actually got that confused with another mythic ability. This might actually be worth grabbing for Camellia. I don't remember if I grabbed this in my first run. I don't think I did, because I'm more focused on dealing out damage. But it's not bad. So I don't know enough about the spirits to select a second spirit yet. That might be something I look into later. Okay, so half mythic rank plus 1. So we're at what, 3? So it'd be 2. So plus 1 to initiative, saving throws against mind affecting effects, and concentration checks. Though there's also abundant casting and enduring spells for her. Since she's more focused on buffs, I think enduring spells is the way to go. I don't think she needs more castings yet. I might regret that later on. Now Darren will get abundant casting this rank up. Abundance Might Chaos might be worth it. We'll grab Thundering Blows. Because he has such a penalty on his offhand attacks, especially any iterative ones we get with like improved 2-weapon fighting and greater 2-weapon fighting. It's basically guaranteed to do the 2d6 plus 1d6 per 2 mythic ranks, so I think that might be worth it. Especially earlier on, when you're more likely to miss because your BAB is not as good as later on. So she got Cleaving Shot. We have Ranging Shot. We also have Distracting Shot. Expose Vulnerability. Yeah, let's go with Ranging Shots. Increased chance to hit, it's always nice. And abundant casting for Darren.
Forwards! No, backwards. Backwards!
Let's have some fun.
Slice! Behead, yes, behead.
This one's mine.
You're
Like that? What? You didn't?
Yeah, I don't know enough about the spirits to make
Trail me.
that decision yet. It might be something I'll look into later on. I'll probably go to the character creator and take a look at what they get. Yeah, I forgot she didn't have Cackle yet. So I think that's easily the best choice right now. Because then she can use her Evil Eye move action. Up here? Yeah, I mean, there's not that many mythic abilities anyway, so I was a little split about the Thundering Blows on Regil. I'm going to get it from a main character as well. There's a very good chance they're going to miss an attack every round, based on just how many attacks they're going to have.
Crusading isn't that boring after all.
I will resist.
Oh, these annoying guys. I remember there's a fight here, but I thought it was ghouls that climbed up the side.
I'll make short work of this.
Nenio, don't do that.
Out of my sight.
The world in crimson.
Oh, the waiting's never fun.
I shall not be swayed from my path.
Yeah, I wouldn't get it for the Paladin since they don't have the same range of spells other classes get. Enduring spells might be worth it for a Paladin, though.
Oh, skip the pleasantries.
I feel like there's better mythic abilities. See, enduring spells I think is a good quality of life feature, but definitely not one that you need. I probably didn't have to grab a Camellia.
Retreat is not an option.
And I really don't like you running through these.
I'll cut you wide open.
I'll remove this obstacle.
Here.
Smile. The world's not ending just yet.
No secrets can escape my prying gaze.
I heed the voice of the spirits. Save the last one for me.
Kneel before me.
Once again, Nenio ran into melee range for no good reason. Keep her there so she doesn't make an attack of opportunity when she tries to run away. Well, she's trying to use range attacks in melee, so it didn't matter. Should have canceled the cantrip.
Rules are made to be broken.
Matricium Turinos. Matricium Turinos. Matricium Turinos. Matricium Turinos. Matricium Turinos.
Well? I am helpful, am I not?
What's
Yeah,
wait for me there, I wonder?
That's a good point, Matthew. She forgot she was supposed to stay safe behind the front line.
No, what is that?
Yeah, I mean, if you have an extra feat to spare, but I think they benefit, paladins benefit more from the, well, depending on the paladin you're playing, I benefit more from the melee feats. See, so for Camellia, I need to plan her out a little better. So we have Last Stand already, so Enduring Spells, I'll probably get Greater Enduring Spells, Inspirational Leader, and one of the offensive spells, maybe? She does have some good party buffs. Just having them last a little longer might be worth it.
You are my favorite aide.
I don't think I grabbed Enduring Spells my first run, because you can always just rest, get your cooldowns back, and reapply them. But I get for an Aaron the first time. Oh, Enduring Spells. Look at me go.
You require my unbiased opinion?
This way.
Wait a second. Oh, whoops, I cast out the wrong person.
Open your heart to me.
Whoopsies.
Huh? Oh, yes, what?
True, yeah. The corruption couldn't get in the way of that. But I didn't have any trouble my first run, though. I wasn't really pushing it, but I would usually plan out my forays into the World Wound. So it never really came up.
Carry me.
The heartbeat quickens.
This one's mine!
Off with your head!
Prepare yourself. What I was made for.
Rise!
Press the attack!
The spirits demand your blood!
Retreat is not an option!
Matricium Turinos. Matricium Turinos. Matricium Turinos. Matricium Turinos.
Yeah, I'm not happy with the Enduring Spells on Camellia. I should have gone with
May I see your entrails,
Inspirational Leader or
please?
something. That buff is pretty solid. I think I may have grabbed it on Sela my first run. I don't remember. I can always load the old save and look.
I'm always open to
I'm
ideas.
prepared.
I welcome your
I must
company.
part with everything
Road
demonic
calls
in me.
I'll take the bait.
But Desna, please allow me to keep my lovely, irresistibly beautiful wings.
before. Let the attack commence.
Hey, we found a longsword, didn't we? Yeah, so longsword +1 and its enhancement +2. That is gonna be something to keep up with. Yeah, +2 head cracker is +3, and it's finesse wielding. That's interesting. It was a light mace, wasn't it? That probably makes sense then. I don't know if all light maces are finesse wielding or not, but yeah, Regil can. I'm not having him do so though.
Please, allow
What's on
me.
your mind?
Alright, so we do have a fight up ahead. Let's go ahead and buff up.
Never
You
cease.
require my counsel. Wise.
Oh, the waiting's never fun.
Buffs.
Ready to move out?
I heed the voice of the spirits.
Inimosi Travisi.
I mean, she's already enlarged. May as well do Righteous Might, right?
Quick, quick, else we miss the run. So many thoughts, so little time. Forwards!
Let's
No,
run, sweetie.
backwards,
Let's go.
backwards.
Why are you so slow? They're almost here.
That's one good reason, yeah. Because I'm not applying a lot of buffs to Bismuth. I'm mostly using him to protect the back line, so if enemies spawn behind us, so he can try to intercept. Hopefully, long enough for me to clean up in the front row, and then circle back around and protect Arushalai, Darren, and right now Nenio.
I'm not going anywhere.
That's what I usually do with my pets, since I don't usually have more than one in my party. I like to have him parked close to the back, which I actually need to change where he's at in the formation, to intercept static ambushes.
Don't you feel it? He's got that damn rag with him. I can't teleport. He's going to kill us.
If he kills us, then so be it. But this is my city, and I will fight for it to the end. And you, my love, you will be with me to the end.
This dwarf is a true knight, and that's why he is beyond saving. A demoness knows how to turn a person's good nature against itself. She did it deliberately, knowing that his sense of honor would be his downfall. I have also done this.
Who let this mangy rat out of its cage? You made her a member of your party. The succubus whore found a way to betray even the Abyss. And you believe she'll be loyal to you?
Manago, my jailer, my torturer. You think I mean to do them harm? That he will suffer if I stand at his side? If that were true, why then would you try so hard to persuade him to cast me out?
Of course. I regret nothing. And I'm ready to pay my dues. What about you? Are you ready to pay for everything you've done in the name of your pathetic queen?
I will miss being able to summon an army of treants, though. That was fun the one time I did it. My Hazada run. What was it? Was it 49? I think you could have 49 treants out. But you can have even more if everyone had an animal companion. Because even the animal companions gained access to the summon treant ability.
Not everyone here is fighting for Mendev and its queen, Fallen Paladin. When you crossed to the demon's side, you betrayed all mortal kind. And for that, you must pay.
Yeah, I don't see why they can't mount shapeshifted companions. I mean, there's not really a... I don't think there's a true benefit to it, necessarily. But it's a weird limitation. Which, I mean, I guess I've never actually tried, because I never shapeshifted my companions.
You have the audacity to ask me that? I fight on this side because the other side didn't give me a chance. Yes, I made a terrible mistake, and Dresden fell to the demons. The Queen should have had me hanged. I deserved it. But she found a far worse punishment for me. False mercy.
Yeah, I was a little concerned my PC was going to overheat and shut down, or the game would crash. That was, that was a stress test if I ever had one.
When she spared me that day, she said she wanted to give me a chance to make amends. And I believed her. For 70 years, I've crawled on my knees, shedding my blood for Mendev. Only been spat in the face for it. For 70 years, I watched generations of Crusaders grow old and die, never once changing their tune about Staunton the traitor. What else could I give for my mistake? What more punishment could I suffer? How could I ever deserve forgiveness? And one day, I realized there's nothing I can do. The Queen had doomed me to a lifetime of humiliation. And when I grew desperate, I only had two choices. To become my own executioner and carry out the sentence she rescinded that day, or go over to the other side.
You could have also gone out in a blaze of glory, charging into the enemy ranks and fighting till your last breath. That would have been a redemption arc. So I'm surprised the whole... I forgot what his unit was called. I'm surprised they didn't use them as like a front line, charge the enemy ranks kind of thing. I guess there wasn't very many like field battles. They was kind of holding Canobras. I mean, they're having a festival. So it probably wasn't... They didn't feel like they were at war. But still.
Put yourself in my place. Imagine yourself in that position. What would you choose?
You have no idea how tired I am of you, mortal. But never mind. Today, we will finally be done with you.
Thanks, Bruce.
Right, Staunton? Right, sweetie?
Glad you're enjoying it. And that it helps you.
That's not your concern, mortal!
Yeah, I heard the same thing. There's a few NPCs you can mess with on the Aeon path.
The Masters punished her cruelly for her failure in Canobras. As you can see, the leaders of the demons are as patient with their slaves as the Crusaders are with their commanders.
Sweetie, why are you telling him this? What does it matter? What?
Quiet.
We sure will. We'll have so much fun that even the Abyss will feel the heat.
What is this? What are you talking about, huh?
You'll know soon enough, Lady Monago.
Alright, so here's where we invoke Callistria's name. I still think it was a missed opportunity, the first fight against Monago. But I assume I get a buff here from Callistria. For, getting my vengeance. I stab thee with my heart. Interesting line. But finally, I will make you pay for everything. Like Callistria, witness my vengeance. Staunton, Monago, I stab thee with my heart. A wasp crawls down your hand, your goddess's favorite creature. The sacred sting has heard your prayer and stands with you as you take your vengeance.
Right. No point in wasting time talking. To arms!
I guess that would make for an awkward scenario, right? Your druid polymorphs into a bear or whatever, and you're mounted, and then the polymorph or shapeshift wears off. You're just sitting on their shoulders.
Staunton, darling.
Stop whining! Didn't you swear your eternal love to me? Promised we'd rule Dresden together? Now shut your lying mouth and fight! Whatever end fate has in store for me, you will share it!
I refuse to accept their statement.
Alright, so Callistria's Blessing lasts an hour. Fight shouldn't take that long. Gives you the following benefits. You may make one extra attack with your main weapon, and you get benefits if you're constantly under the effect of the haste spell. Your melee attacks deal 2d6 extra points of piercing damage, and poison the enemy with wasp venom unless they make a successful fortitude saving throw. Also, you treat invisible creatures as if they had partial concealment for your ranged attacks. Awesome.
I'll make short work of
If
this.
I cut down Staunton Vane
Guide my
first, we're gonna
hand.
go ahead and pop this on her.
All I see is blackness.
You stubborn ass! You want to die for a heap of rocks? Go ahead. I'm not staying here.
Yeah, I don't know if they've ever watched my stuff. At least they've never talked to me about it. Granted, I only really talked to the community manager, not the developers themselves.
No, my dear. You are. You will either fight to the bitter end, or I'll break your delicate little neck myself. With these very hands.
And you'll find Bismuth, as long as you're thorough, just explore everything. It's not hidden behind anything, so you just find them. Or her.
Are you threatening me, my mortal toy? Me? And with what? With the power I gave you. You ungrateful beast! Give me back what's mine! Take him, he's yours, and Dresden too! I don't care about this fortress, or this half-wit. Oh, I grow so tired of you mortals. Your humdrum little passions, your constant squabbling, your incessant accusations and excuses. You treat each other like dirt. Push weaklings like these two into our arms. And then you have the audacity to accuse us. Come on, punish your traitors. I've seen this show countless times. Have fun with Staunton. You and he have similar ideas about what counts as entertainment.
I'm right there with you, man. That's why my Let's Plays take so darn long. Take my time and try to find everything that I can.
Take your filthy rag. Take your befouled ruins. You can make soup out of this moron for all I care. I've had enough war. We Lily two were created for tenderness and love. Stay away from me with your swords and shields.
So this is to be my fate. I've been betrayed by people and demons alike. Now my life really is worth nothing. But that doesn't mean you won't pay for it dearly. Come on, you scumbag! Kill me if you can! I don't care anymore! I suspect you can. But I'll make you work for it. Let's get this over with. To arms.
I will defend my dream.
Out of my sight!
Wait, what? I guess he was taking damage over time already? Oh, okay. Our dexterity and constitution sounds perfect for our buddy Regil. This is probably gonna get replaced by this, right? Because it should be +3 now. So now the constitution isn't conflicting. Doesn't have one of these. Soul Shear should also be +4. Really good. Yeah, it was a lose-lose situation. Honestly, like I suggested earlier, he should have just gone out in a blaze of glory, taking it upon himself to kill as many demons as he could before he went down. But do I need any of these? I don't think so. I'm pretty content with what I have set up right now.
Oh, skip the pleasantries.
They're fatigued. Okay. Oh, what does the Sword of Valor do? 10-mile radius. Oh, demons and demon worshippers, -4 penalty AC on all saving throws. Very good. Oh, can I recruit to my party? Alright, so she still has a part to play. That's really exciting. I love all the interactions on the mythic paths in this game. I understand some of the mythic paths are missing, you know, some stuff at the end game, but I think the early game stuff really makes up for it. Especially since all the late game mythic paths require you to play through the early game parts before you access them anyway. So they do pull from the other mythic paths. Alright, let's get out of here and go speak to old, I guess Galfrey, right? I'm sure that it does, but don't quote me on that. I don't know, they may be random encounters, but it may not reach other locations.
The commander of the Crusade has managed to overthrow 70 years of demonic rule in Dresden and restored the Sword of Valor to its rightful place. Will the commander be able to defend the banner he has won with such a valiant effort?
Urgent matters of state are awaiting my attention. My convoy will be departing for the capital within the hour. I'm afraid this is all the time I can spare you, so do please forgive me for skipping the lengthy and well-deserved congratulations.
Also, there's a little graphical glitch here. Maybe right here too.
Dresden was taken quickly, even more quickly than I'd anticipated.
Oh sweet, I did make the time limit for this. I don't think I've ever missed it.
Every death is an irretrievable loss, but considering the scale of our forces, the losses among our troops are tolerable.
To mix things up, because she's not going to live in every playthrough, the Trickster run is the only one you can actually let her, well, I guess I wasn't locked into Trickster. But since the Trickster option was to spare her in the tent and convince her to join your side, I want to see what comes of it. As I guess her story seems to be in line with the Trickster path. Yeah, I'm excited about it too. I probably won't use them very much since I have
Morale is high among the Crusade forces that
the
were
standard
entrusted
army that
to
I
you.
use, and I feel like you just don't get enough of the unique units to really make use of them.
You handled the command superbly. I never doubted your personal ability to deal with the demons. I knew that you could become a living symbol for people to follow. That you have now displayed a decent head for tactics is a pleasant surprise. I believed in your success and prepared for this outcome after a fashion. I brought a reward to personally bestow upon my Knight Commander. But now, I think this reward is insufficient. So please, accept one more gift from me personally.
There's something I was going to say, but I forgot what it was.
Impertinent? Though I suppose a little impertinence is good in an officer.
That's good, because I remember my Enhanced Edition run of Kingmaker, I was going for the unique dueling sword that you get for completing it within 30 days, and I forgot that I was going for it. And I had also forgotten to get Reg and Octavia, and so I was pushing it. I think I completed it within hours. So that was fun.
Now on to the main matter. The Sword of Valor has been returned to us. Touching it has awoken your power and changed the great relic beyond recognition. Many clerics are at a loss to interpret this unexpected turn. Is it an omen? Happenstance? A warning? Only one thing can be said for certain. Your power is astonishing and unlike anything ever seen before. Your power bears little resemblance to other manifestations of the Inheritor's will that I have been fortunate enough to witness. But who can fathom the god's designs? And Iomade has many heavenly allies, and they helped us on several occasions throughout the Crusades.
Well, they gave me Treants. I got the Mimics. Well, no, the Mimics were an actual unit, were they? The Beer Elemental was on the Azada path as well. That's a solid unit, because it had a chance to daze or sicken an enemy unit, so they just couldn't act.
There. I have said all I wish to. Is there anything you wish to discuss with me before I depart?
The good old Fangberry Cave. I don't know if you've played the Enhanced Edition, but they revamped it so that you don't have to fight the swarms anymore. They tucked them in another room in the back of the cave, so you can avoid them if you want.
The architect of the World Wound? Here? And she allowed you to simply dispose of Stanchion Vane and claim the Sword of Valor?
Yeah, it was always a pittance. And by that point, your army was so stacked with the specific units, it didn't play a significant role, unfortunately.
This is a very worrying development. Aurelia was more dangerous than a dozen Balors, and more cunning and deceitful than a score of succubi. In the 100 years of the Crusades, our forces have very rarely encountered her, but when we did, it always led to something terrifying.
Said when character upgrades came a month ago.
I think she has taken an interest in you and your power. It was to be expected, of course, and it worries me more than anything else. Sooner or later, we shall have to take a stand against Aurilu and deal with her once and for all. But I thought we would have time to prepare. Be careful. And if the architect reappears, treat her as you would a demon lord. The Baylor Dorazand, one of Daskari's generals. He, Hep Zamira, and the Echo of Daskari are some of the most notable demons in the Abyssal Forces. You will soon learn these names. Dorazand has not been sighted by our scouts for a long time, and his appearance at Dresden was an unexpected development. But we must grow accustomed to surprises such as this. The ability to move at will through space is one of the demon's most unpleasant hallmarks. Fortunately, the Sword of Valor takes care of that problem for the areas around Dresden. Very well. Then I shall take my leave. Irabeth will bring you up to speed on the situation in the city and surrounds, and together, you can decide on what next steps to take. Good luck, Commander. Remember, this is but the first step. The road ahead will be long and difficult.
Allow me also to congratulate you on your victory, Commander. We won the battle for Dresden, but this war is far from over. The demons know our true strength, so we must brace ourselves for a merciless counterattack. They will do everything they can to gain control of the city and destroy you personally, and all of us along with you. The only good news is that cultists make up more than half of their forces, so they will have to march the same roads as our fighters. If they were all demons, they could appear here instantaneously and lay siege to the city. Praise Iomade for small mercies.
It's all good. That's what I thought you meant, but I wanted to make sure. Yeah, it can be a little difficult. I always have... Well, I don't always. But like, right now, with the most recent Mythic rank with Camellia, I'm like, well, maybe I shouldn't have got Enduring Spells. I should have got something to add to her damage output instead. But she has such a limited amount of spells anyway, and some very potent ones. I think she gets Stone Skin Communal later on, and having that under Enduring Spell will be really nice. So, we'll see. It'll allow us to explore a little bit more before we have to rest and all that.
The main demon forces are moving out from the City of Eyes and the Threshold Fortress. Scouts are reporting that for now, we don't stand a chance of tearing through the defense and launching a counterattack. We can only gather our forces, rebuff their attacks, and wait for the right moment. Unfortunately, other hostile groups keep appearing out of nowhere. And on top of all that, Minago is still prowling around somewhere out there. Anevia is trying to find out where that Abyss scum has run off to. Maybe she's already got some leads. Luckily, we are not alone. Mendev is with us. Queen Galfrey has sent us the first reinforcements. They've just entered the city. Besides, news of your victory is spreading through Avestan. I'm sure that crowds of new volunteers will soon be pouring into Dresden, inspired by your feat. And that's very good news, because we're going to need troops. Here is a brief report about the main problems we're currently facing. Remember that Nabasu that attacked our camp? He had powers that no ordinary demon should have. It is not the only demon of its kind. We keep receiving reports about similar monsters. All isolated cases for now. But it's possible that in the future, we will see entire squads, if not armies of them. We must find out where they're coming from. Find the source of their power and destroy it. If we don't, they will crush us before long. Even you can't defeat an entire army of such monsters. We can usually spot armies of demons in advance, as their hordes march along the Grey Road from Eyes or Threshold. But sometimes packs of them appear out of nowhere. They're managing to avoid our scouts somehow and sneaking into our territory. If we don't solve this problem, we cannot attack. The demons will just appear at our backs, block off the gorges and cut us off from Dresden. Anevia is trying to find out how the demons are getting into our territory, but she hasn't succeeded yet. Talk to her. She will tell you more about what she's doing. Yes, it disappeared without a trace during a mission. We didn't even find any bodies. Maybe someone abducted them, or there's some natural threat in the area. And we can't rule out the possibility of desertion, either. The troop was patrolling the southern road out of the city. The last surviving settlements of Sikoris lie in that direction. But after the siege of Dresden, contact with them was lost. Hardly any of the inhabitants survived once the demons invaded the area. That's where I started the search.
Yeah, I'm curious too. I have no idea what the Trickster's base is. I know, like, the Liches, Azadas, Legends, of course. Yeah, I have no idea what the Trickster is.
As if we didn't have enough problems with demons already. Now there's a wild dragon in the vicinity. Luckily, it's not part of the demon army. If the demons had a dragon on their side, it could pose a serious threat. But there's very little food in the World Wound, and the dragon doesn't seem to have a taste for demons and cultists. She keeps attacking small squads of crusaders, picking off those who fall behind, ravaging supply trains. The dragon's been sighted frequently in the sky, but we don't know exactly where her lair is. We have someone to help with this, though. Do you remember the dwarf who bravely attacked the Baylor in front of the citadel during the siege? He is back in the city, and he doesn't mind hunting this dragon, apparently. Go talk to him in the tavern. We might be able to help each other. There are a few pleasant matters. At the Queen's command, the Crusaders who took part in the attack have had their pay doubled, and medals will be awarded to those who were particularly outstanding in battle. You know one of them. The Knight Elan from the Houndhearts. He led a troop of Nerosian recruits and brought them to the main forces, and later drew the demons' attention in the battle with the Baylor, allowing the wounded to be rescued. There is one more thing. As you know, there is a vast dungeon under Dresden. It's empty now. None of those imprisoned by the demons survived, and we don't have any new prisoners. We've temporarily placed the body of Staunton Vane in the dungeon. You slew him. What are your orders regarding his body? Anevia thinks we should burn it quietly and forget about it. Some want to see his corpse displayed in the square, but I don't think we should behave like demons and barbarians. He may have been our enemy, but he deserved to be buried as a knight. However, the decision is yours, of course. Right you are, Commander. Commander. That day during the battle, No. My apologies. That is all, Commander. Thank you for your time.
Okay, we do have... where's it at? Her sword. The Evil Outsider Bane, Cold Iron, and Enhancement +2. Not too shabby. So I'm curious, for this Mythic Path, for this, that you identify. So if you buy it from a merchant, it doesn't receive the bonus, right? That's my understanding. Because you don't actually identify it when you buy it, because it's already been identified. Which kind of sucks, because one of the weapons I need for my two-bladed sword build is you can only buy it. And it's one of only 2 unique two-bladed swords in the game. It's in Winter Sun. I do plan on going there to get it. That'll be one of my priorities, so I have at least a +3. But maybe it counts as a +4 when you buy it as well. The wording might just be a little funky. But we'll see. Alright, so we'll level everybody else up real quick. Give him... feat and a Mythic Path. Going to give him combat casting. Oh, 2 levels. Fantastic. Even better. Yeah, arcane focus. Extra ability to overcome spell resistance is always good. I don't know. I guess cure moderate wounds. Why not? Heroism is pretty good. Yeah, works for me. Never know when you might need a Dimension Door, so go ahead and grab that. We need to get it for Woljif as well for our run into Lucianira in Act 4. I saw this in a panic, because this is the icon they use for Ghoul Fever. Ooh, healing. Oh, never mind, these are hexes. What am I doing? That's not heal. What am I looking at? I don't need this because I have delay poison communal. I mean, a free heal might be worth it. I know ward seems okay as well. It's good to just put on the tank. Is it loud? Alright, then for her, we want the one that... where's it at? Was ranging shots. It's the one where... Exposed vulnerability. We'll give that to her. She attacks so frequently. With, while she's dual wielding. A new Mercy. I'll give her Inspirational Leader. That'll be handy the couple times we'll take her out on adventures. Won't happen very frequently, but it will happen. Alright, so we don't need a lot here, I don't think. Minor healing, no harm in it. Alright, what do we want here? Angelic Aspect is good, Righteous Might is good. Yeah, I think that'll do. Challenge Evil was fun and thematic. Alright, let's say everybody's caught up. Oh, I'm super stoked to be doing the game again. I do want to play through all the mythic paths. I even want to revisit Kingmaker. I don't really get tired of the Pathfinder games.
This way.
Which I think is attributed to their scope as well. They're such massive games. It's hard to run out of things to do in them. Yeah, but there's not a lot else to take it level 1. I mean, I'm sure there's... You make an argument for a couple other spells, but...
Wherever my legs carry me.
I don't need this on the bar. I'm not going to get rid of it, though. Just a reminder that I do have cleave. Well, it depends on their alignment as well. If they're evil, they get inflict wounds instead. Which I don't think they'll ever give you an evil cleric.
Forwards! No, backwards. Backwards!
The harem was neutral. Alright, let's run around and speak to everybody real quick. Try to knock this out as fast as we can so we can get back to the action. Okay, Swordteller won't show up yet because we haven't liberated him from the dragon. Yeah, that's one of the best parts, is you make all these different builds and seeing them like come to fruition as you play through the game. Alright. Take all my... Oh, wait. I don't need a spear, don't need a light mace. I need a longsword. I need to give that to, what's his face? I find that sitting a little low on his head. Oh, the rest of it looks okay. Like hers is... You can see her eyes better. I mean, her eyes are also bigger, but... Alright, so this is not an upgrade for... Melia. It's an upgrade for him, though. Melia has that +7 equipped currently. Alright, and let's see. Okay, let's see what we have here. Source of dividing power. Ooh, holy or unholy special quality. Fire resist 30. 70,000. I mean, we have the money for it, but we need to look at all the items. Let's speak to everybody before we start looking at the shops.
This way.
Yeah, but I'm also not bringing Social along, so I'm not too worried about his...
Carry me.
Not too worried about his buffs. Yeah, I think most of the mods are on Nexus.
Forwards? No, backwards. Backwards!
Might be a couple on GitHub as well. Can't really vouch for it since I don't actually use mods.
Trail me.
This time around, I shouldn't have to bash anything open because we do have trickery.
What's in wait for me there, I wonder?
I'm actually starting to get a really bad headache. So I think once I'm done exploring and doing everything I need to do in Dresden, I'll probably wrap up the stream. It's kind of come out of nowhere. I think he's a pretty consistent melee combatant. Same thing with Harem and Kingmaker.
This way.
Like, he's not as good of a healer, but I don't like healing in combat. I'm doing it because I'm taking Darren along. But I definitely prefer not to heal. Because I feel like there's better things you could be doing with your turn other than healing. Let me see something. What does Bismuth have? Oh, it unequipped it. That's right. When he dies, it unequips. Super tedious. Anyone to speak to up here? Maybe not yet because the stone's not here yet. The ward stone.
Wherever my legs carry me.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't get headaches very often. I used to get them all the time. But I used to always be dehydrated as well. When I was in the military, I lived off energy drinks, which is terrible, I know, but super hard to survive without it. See, one thing I wish the Pathfinder games did a little better was having better cities. So like Othkotlan, Baldur's Gate 2, Nekataka, and Pillars of Eternity 2. Like, there's so much going on in the cities. And this city, all I do is run around and speak to people. It doesn't break it up for like quests and there's no dungeons. That's one thing I like. That's why I like Aleutian Iris so much. It feels like one of the cities from the other big CRPGs. Yeah, so absolutely going to buy these. Plus 10, their perception checks. I mean, come on. A little pricey, but definitely worth it. So highest perception check in the party. Oh yeah, Wonderwog. Give me my stuff back. Dexterity and strength. No one else really needs it besides... Oh, wait. What is... Constitution and strength. We can do better. Yeah, I'm not going to replace +4 to strength for +2 constitution. Does anyone else in my party currently need... Oh, here. More strength means more carry capacity, and he can have that. Perfect. Alright. Then I think for this... Let's give what bonuses? Alright, morale and perception, and lore nature. It was perfect for Wendewog. What does... Yeah, lore nature is not great on her. Do I have a lore nature person in my party currently? I don't think that I do. Ugh, that's not gonna work. Well, we need to start investing someone into lore nature. I think maybe Woljif had lore nature, but he's not in my party right now, so it doesn't help me. Knowledge Arcana and Perception. Oh, more Perception. Always welcome. Alright, looking cool. Yeah, I like social more than Aaron. Not much for... But yeah, I agree. Like, you're not going to win battles of attrition in this game, especially on the harder difficulties. So I find it's usually better to have a more melee-oriented cleric. Plus, a cleric in melee can use more of their buffs more effectively. It's like Archon's Aura, which with Darren it's a little bit different. Since he doesn't get the typical cleric spell list, he gets a bunch of healing spells, which is fine. So he's meant to be a healer. Like, if you're competing between two clerics, like a Kingmaker, the melee cleric is better in my opinion because he offers more versatility. Because, for instance, Tristan offers fire spells and healing. That's really all he has. He's not going to be a frontline combatant. Harem is an excellent frontline combatant. Acts as like an off-tank. You can bounce teamwork feats off of him like Shield Wall. And he can use buffs like Archon's Aura and Frightful Aspect. Both buff himself and debuff enemies around him. Which is why I like Social so much. Plus he has a reach weapon. Even better for a cleric, so he's that second line support. And I do like to try and... I don't do it very often because I don't use reach weapons very often. Well, I guess I do it. I do it all the time because I use a large person. I like to have my party layered. So I have the front line, I have the second line, and then I have the back line. So the front line's a tank, of course, Camellia or Sela, or both. In this case, Regil, because he's more efficient at being reduced instead of enlarged. Second line is the damage dealers. They're not being targeted, they're kept safe behind the tanks. And then the back line, which is, you know, other damage dealers typically, or in this case, a healer and a damage dealer.
How can I help you?
And some other support with a caster. So.
Don't you remember our last meeting? The name is Greybor. I'm an assassin for hire. But I suspect you're not here for small talk. Are you in need of my services? Yes, I had a contract to assassinate a rather overconfident demon named Kylus there. I guess that counts as participation in the siege of Canabras. Not that my employer had any interest in the actual outcome of the battle. Come to think of it, the information my client provided me with was almost suspiciously accurate. They seem to be aware both of the impending attack on Canabras and of the fact that Kylus was going to be there.
Yeah, I wish there was more emphasis on placement in this game. I mean, you can kind of force enemies to funnel into your party, but it's not like Pillars where positioning plays a much more important role. I do prefer the more tactical approach that Pillars has. This game, you can mostly manipulate enemies, though sometimes they'll still target your squishier allies in the back. They'll just charge through your front line, and you can't really stop them. But usually they'll attack the first enemy they see. But Minotaurs or Shears will sometimes just run off at someone else. So it's a little unpredictable. But you still get attacks of opportunity. So if they make the mistake of running through your front line and your second line, they're going to get sliced up pretty good.
Yes, that was a failure. It was supposed to be a clean job. An anonymous client, a worthy target, a substantial fee. But the client insisted that I use an enchanted dagger they provided. I was assured that a single hit would be enough to finish the job, but it didn't work as expected. It was a serious blow to my reputation. And my reputation is everything to me. A large adult female? The one that's been snatching people and carrying them off? I've heard about her. That's an impressive target. I can take this job, but only if we do it soon. I'm expecting a new assignment from my regular client, and I'll have to leave as soon as I have the orders. And of course, you should know that this dragon will not come cheaply. 2,500 gold, paid in advance. Let's think this through. Are there lots of assassins in this town who have the valuable experience of subduing dragons and are willing to work for you? Will I lose any profit by protracted haggling? Will you? Is there any chance that someone less competent than I am will be able to locate your target as efficiently as I would? No, I don't think so. There is absolutely no reason for me to give you any discounts. 2,500 gold is an honest price for the head of a fire breather.
Yeah, I think they didn't make him an assassin because people would have complained about him being a companion that uses poison. I mean, I know the assassin isn't just built around the poison, but it is a large mechanic for the class. So they made him into a slayer instead.
Excellent. Let's get down to business. It's no easy thing to take down a dragon when you don't have wings, so you'll need to follow my lead. The best thing would be to catch her by surprise in her lair, but we need to find it first. Of course, since she doesn't leave tracks, that might be tricky, but I think I have a solution. We need to go west of Dresden, to the Grimwood Forest.
Yeah, his darn discounts, man, they're elusive. Yeah, another thing with pillars, once the enemies are engaged, they seem less likely to want to disengage, where in this game, the enemies just follow whatever their mechanics are. It's like they don't try to actively avoid attacks of opportunity. They just have a path that they're set on, and either they take an attack of opportunity by trying to follow it through, or they don't. But in pillars, the enemies seem, if they're engaged, they typically don't want to disengage. I've rarely seen them try to pull back and go around my front line.
The dragon's been seen there often. According to the scouts, this is likely because there's still some wild game left in those parts. We'll set up an ambush there. I hope I can rely on your honesty. I understand that on our way to the dragon, there may be other fights or places we need to visit for various reasons. That's to be expected. However, should I see that you are deliberately delaying the contract, or that you're dragging me off to assault some demon citadel instead of going after the dragon, we will have to revise the terms of our agreement.
Also, I'm rethinking, I might make, let's go ahead and level him up. I don't really care what he has, honestly. Greater 2 weapon fighting. Why not? He's like a lesser version of my main character. I can also take all of his stuff off him if I wanted to. I might just go to keep it on him since he is going to go with us. Alright, so his stuff is enhanced when he joined our party. So it's supposed to be a +3, but it's currently a +4. Alright, I'm going to save and try buying an item from this guy. He sells that sword.
This way.
And see if it levels up when we buy it from him. So right now it's a +2. It is a +3, so it's just when it enters your inventory. It even updated the name of it. That's cool. So I have to keep that in mind as we purchase and collect items. Well, thank you. Yeah, I think I have more discounts on the way with the next episode. Next episode got really out of hand in Pillars. So I've been exploring Nekataka in the Let's Play. I've run across no random encounters, I think, the entire time I've been there. I was trying to wrap up an episode, and I ran across like three in a row. Okay.
This way.
Yeah, and I think Grey Wars is probably my favorite voice actor out of all the companions. Don't much care for his one-track mind when it comes to his reputation and everything, but I think he's overall a good character. Alright, what does this guy sell? Charisma +4. Might be worth it, probably not yet. I don't really use stealth, so that's not useful to me. Oh yeah, Sela's sword is gone. Oh, she had that equipped. Oh, congratulations, Sela. Radiance instead.
Wherever my legs carry me.
Yeah, Rezel's another good one. No. I almost messed it up just by clicking on the ungrayed dialogue, but I corrected it. Azada is one of the mythic paths in the game Red Eye Clips. So beyond just picking your character class, in which I'm an Imitator, there's a mythic path, which I'm going Trickster this run. There's 10. There's only a few you can unlock in the beginning of the game, and then there's a few that you can unlock later in the game, which means you have to swap the mythic path you take. I need some red caps are so annoying in Kingmaker. Oh man. That's gonna be super irritating for whoever I summon those on top of.
Forwards! No,
I hate
backwards.
red caps.
Backwards!
So then they get sneak attack damage. And Azada is a chaotic good creature. They vary in what they look like, but typically they have wings and like a serpent's tail. Only a 20% chance. Alright. So I've never seen what's inside these containers before. They because I had to bash them open last time, so everything broke. So I will reload just to see what's available. This might be, well, it's one of, I think, 2 playthroughs where I'll have trickery as a
No secrets can escape my
as a
prying
skill.
gaze.
I did learn something new. Neat. Now what do I get? Was it that? Crusade Chronicles. I think it's like the right thing. Here it is. Plus 10 hit points. Don't I already have that bonus from Zacharias' library? Or is it a repeat and it just says I learned it again?
What's in wait for me there, I wonder?
Well, I'm gonna play a Scald, so you could go Scald. It's like a bard, but a little bit more metal. And poor Hylor, man. He is
Wherever my legs carry
just a sad
me.
character. Alright, I'll take that. And thanks, Bruce, eh? Yeah, if you have any more questions, feel free to, just drop them on any video that you're watching. I'll be more than happy to respond. I do read and respond to every comment. I am a little behind right now. I've been getting a lot of comments lately, and my schedule just hasn't allowed me to keep up with it. But I do try. Yeah, I'm going to do a Scald. I haven't decided which Scald class or archetype I'm going to do for my Azada run. It might just end up being the base Scald. But the Court Poet and was it the Battle Singer or something also caught my attention.
Trail me.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I was getting excited, so I don't normally closely. But I noticed I was getting close to 10k, and I was like, oh man, I hope I get hit 10k before 2022 ends. And I did. I hit 10k like early December,
What's
I
in
think.
wait for me there, I wonder?
It went very well. Super excited about it. Channel's doing very well for the type of content that I make, since Let's Plays aren't the most popular format, especially the long play Let's Plays like I do. So it's cool to see there's still interest in it. Especially now, Let's Player that I used to watch all the time doesn't do it anymore. Someone's got to carry on the torch, right?
Wherever my legs carry me.
Did we not see Staunton's corpse in here? I guess they would have taken it out and burned it somewhere else, but you probably come here as a lich and resurrect him. That's all good Red Eye clips, I understand, but the content's always there for you to enjoy. Unless I have to restart and I get rid of the old playthrough. I'm glad to hear it, Kairos. Not interact with any of these folks. I cannot. What kind of tail does she have? Is it a cat tail? Sorry, last time I was touched by a tail was Anna in Planescape Torment. No, wait, no, Urushalai like, uses her tail in one of the scenes as well. Bruce, hey man, you're too generous. Yeah, it's definitely a niche
What's in wait for me there?
genre, CRPGs. I'm also currently playing all the big ones. There's plenty of small ones I still want to play through as well. But yeah, Diablo 1 hit 10K. I'm sure that's not a coincidence. Well, thanks, Bruce. I do appreciate it. Especially since I'm currently not employed.
So many thoughts, so little time.
This is the...
Wherever my
Is this
legs
the abandoned
carry
home?
me.
Where we deal with Camellia later? I do recommend this game. Now, keep in mind, if you're not familiar with CRPGs, you might be in for a rough time. But if you're unfamiliar with CRPGs, but willing to learn, it's a great game. But if it's your first CRPG, maybe try a couple easier ones first.
Forwards? No, backwards, backwards!
I'm excited for this shifter. It might actually change what class I decide to play. Oh yeah, this is the, so I think someone pointed this out before. It's the same layout as the house in, Canabras. Oh, thanks, Red Eye Clips. I missed your earlier compliment. Everybody's been so nice to me tonight. I appreciate all the kind words, guys. I thought there was more locked containers in, well, I guess we're not done exploring, right? There's another half to go through.
This way.
But hey, I'll be able to get the, that sweet armor and Illusionira now, since I have, Trickery. So, someone said you could access it with Dimension Door. I thought I tried that. In Illusionira, there's a locked container in the arena when you don't have your party with you. And you can't use them for the trickery check there. And the armor is really cool. It gives you armor class based on your, I think it's the enhancement bonus, right? If you're using a two-handed weapon.
Forwards! No, backwards. Backwards!
Yeah, I skipped Diablo 1, I started with Diablo 2. Played Diablo 1 because the battle chest came with
Trail me.
the first game. I played Diablo 2 before the battle chest, and then I bought the battle chest, and then I bought the battle chest a second time, because I lost my code to my first battle chest. So I have 2 copies of the little guide that comes with the battle chest. Yeah, Matthew's the grandpa of chat right now.
What's in wait for me there, I wonder?
Yeah, I miss couch co-op. I have a couple couch co-op games that I've tried to play with the Mrs., but she doesn't really care for RPGs and stuff. She played Legend of Zelda and games similar to that, but not Divinity Original Sin, that's for sure.
My legs
I
carry
was trying to
me.
finish that playthrough for so long. Alright, so maybe Shark's beating Matthew. Nah, I'm sure you're not failing at life, Red Eye Clips.
Forwards? No, backwards. Backwards!
Everybody just moves through life at their own pace. Like, for me, for instance, I just graduated college last spring. That took a slightly different path to get there.
Trail me. What's in wait for me there, I wonder?
Oh yeah, I forgot Arsino comes back. Yeah, trying to read all this stuff out loud in the Let's Play. Whew, took so long. I do really appreciate that in Deadfire. I don't have to read everything. Alright, let me click through all this real quick. We're almost done. We'll wrap up the stream once we're done, and then next episode we'll look through all the items that the vendors sell.
This way.
Alright, let's see if she sells anything that I want. Does not look like it. Yeah, well, I did it. I was a little older. In fact, besides one of my classes where a member of the staff was in it, I was the oldest student in all of my classes. Yeah, I played the heck out of Diablo 2 back in middle and high school. I hadn't touched it in years until I started the Let's Play. No, I wouldn't do that to anybody. Perception and trickery. Let's grab this as well. Oh, here's the Bookworm's headband. Might be worth it for Woljif, but he's not in our party right now. Bruce, hey man, you're being way too generous. Make sure you're looking after yourself first, okay? Yeah, I have noticed more voice lines with the Enhanced Edition. The Shifter class I'm not much older than you, just a little bit. Well, thanks, man. So the Shifter class is the new DLC coming out May 7th. It's called The Last of the Sarkorians. Shifter class is basically a full BAB druid. I think he gets less spellcasting or no spellcasting, and can shapeshift. So like the companion, they're even adding a new creature to the game, the Griffin, because the companion can shapeshift into a Griffin, based off the trailer. See, why would you want charisma and intelligence? What class uses both intelligence and charisma? Is there one? I mean, I guess if you want perception checks. It just seems odd. Well, thanks to dreaded Chalupacabra. Arcanus use both? Okay. Maybe that's who it's for then. I guess technically Arushalai does as well, right? She has all those skill points, and she also uses charisma. I played a little bit of Quake. I don't know, was it Quake 3 that I played? It was one of the Quakes, but I couldn't tell you which one it was. At some point I'm going to start playing through all the boomer shooters that they've been releasing lately. And the older ones, because I do enjoy FPS games as well. Alright, so I'm probably not going to buy anything else from her. This should be it. A little pricey, but it's a good ring. Well, it's probably because they need to support further development of the DLC, and if these sell well, they do go on sale a lot, so if you want to wait, you have to buy it when it first comes out. I think Wrath of the Righteous is currently on sale, and Kingmaker had a 70% sale, or 60% recently.
Wherever my legs carry me.
And then if you buy it as a season pass, it usually saves you a few bucks. But do that after waiting for a sale, and you can save even more money.
Forwards! No, backwards. Backwards!
Oh wait, I have a 0% chance? Hold on. What about with this? Or with my newfound ring. I'm gonna equip that. Alright, 1 in 4 chance. How many reloads will it take? Oh wait, Camelia's trying to pick it too. Oh, you think NBA 2K's bad, with The Sims, with all of its expansions? Oh yeah, Switch. I don't know how often games go on sale on Switch. That's one of the advantages of being on Steam. I'll have to keep that in mind for the Arcanist then. That sounds interesting. Oh, for some mushrooms? Really? All that for some mushrooms? I do need a better ring for my main character. Immunity to bleed is very niche. I did not hear good things about Dungeon Siege 3.
My legs carry me.
I think the first one is still the standard for your party size in CRPGs, which we'll probably never see again. Probably hard to balance around 8 companions. What should I just pick up? Axe of Iomedae. max out today. Here it is. Alright, so +1 competence bonus on saving throws against disease and sickened effects. It's only +1, but
No, backwards! Backwards!
I'll gladly take it. Quick save. Nice. Alright, so really, trying to lockpick these isn't that worth it. Only thing that you really miss by not having Trickster in your main character is the really cool armor and Illusionaira. Oh yeah, Paradox is horrendous. That's why I keep putting off on buying them.
What's in wait for me there?
I think they make good games though. Yeah, I heard it wasn't as good as the first two. But I haven't played the third one. I've only played the first two. Yeah, I don't cover as much strategy games as I would like to on the channel. So I'm a huge fan of them, especially Total War. So I'm gonna wait for them to finish releasing all the DLC for Warhammer Total War 3, and then I'll probably do one big Let's Play of it. Still undecided if I'm gonna go orcs or dwarfs for it, but we'll figure it out then. Don't need to make any decisions yet. Yeah, I think, well, even the most egregious one is,
Wherever my legs carry me.
that train simulator or something? It has the most DLC, worth, like, the most value on Steam. Oh, let me read this. This is for the Trickster path. Look in the closet in your chambers. Okay. So the council is Narnia. Yeah, so trapeze like a trapeze artist, like Robin or Dick Grayson from Batman. So I thought it represented the kind of the acrobatic nature I was going for with my main character. As far as the Trickster path goes, I'm not playing like a haha lol so random. It's more, think like a Harlequin from Warhammer 40k. Yeah, I've seen people do that. When I was on deployment, Clash of Clans was a big thing. I played it with the people in my shop as like a camaraderie sort of thing. And some people spent some serious money on it. I didn't spend a dime on it. Now, I have spent some money on free games before.
No, backwards. Backwards!
I spent an embarrassing amount of money on League of Legends back in the day.
Trail me.
Bruce, hey, thanks, man. Okay, I'll just call you Bruce. Not Harley Quinn, but what her name is a play of. Harlequin. Yeah, I had some guys, and then some people would spend a bunch of money on Clash of Clans, and then say that their child spent the money, so they got a refund for it. So they were scamming the App Store. Yeah, back in the day when the skins weren't even that good. I mean, I don't think the skins have gotten any better. They all look the same to me nowadays. Not that I don't play it, but just I keep up with it every now and then. Yeah, I don't do the miniatures for 40k. I still have all my old Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I went through and looked at them not too long ago. I have a lot of first editions from when the game first came out. Probably sell those to make a decent buck or two. Yeah, I mean, he did do everything by the book, so... Okay. Things are getting underway. Yeah, I still have some of my Magic the Gathering cards, but I didn't have as big a collection as I did with Yu-Gi-Oh! Most of the cards I had my friend gave me. My only real claim to fame with those was I had a World Gorger Dragon. Yeah, I sold all my Pokemon cards for like 20 bucks. That was a mistake. That's some good Pokemon cards. I know go for some good money now. And
I say, I do believe your bleaching has progressed since yesterday. As your healer, I'm prescribing a trip to the nearest brothel. The experience will add at least 10 years to your life.
Naked people are of no interest to me. People faking desire for me, even less so.
I had a mono red deck that I mostly ran, but I think white was my favorite color. It may have been entirely because of the paladin aesthetic, though. Yeah, I have like five copies of Dark Magician. Not the original Dark Magician, but the second one where he's jumping in the air. It's the original one, he had like his arms folded across his chest. And a handful of other first editions. I think my Karibo is first edition. That's some other minor cards. So I collected all the way up through Metal Raider. I think Metal Raider is the one I probably spent the most money on.
What's in wait for me there, I wonder?
Yeah, I need to go through my Yu-Gi-Oh cards and figure out what I'm going to do with them. I don't know if I want to sell them individually or try to sell them, because I don't know. I don't want to say that they're a certain condition when they might be in a different condition and be seen as dishonest, because I really just don't know. Because they're not going to be mint or like top condition, because they have been used. But they're probably the tier right below that, because I took care of my stuff. But I also took them to tournaments on the regular, so... Yeah, eBay's one route, but I've also thought about just selling them in bulk to one of the websites that takes the cards and appraises them and then resells them. It'll be easier for me to do. Good news is I do have a tabletop gaming center like 20 seconds down the road from my house. I mean, they're not going to buy my cards or anything, but I've been thinking about going down there and trying to get involved in some D&D if they host it. I don't know if they do or not. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what I decide to do with them. They're in storage right now, so... Alright, I'm going to wrap up the stream here. We've gone a little over time, but we're set up for next time to meet with our new council. That's something in my chest, isn't it? No, okay. And then go shopping, and then we'll probably just leave. We'll probably have some unit upgrades to take care of first. Because I have a couple, whatever they're called, orders? Decrees. A couple of decrees in the works right now, so. Take care, everybody. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay safe, stay classy, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. See y'all tomorrow around the same time. Y'all decide to show up. 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern. And then no streams on the weekend.